How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Richard Spencer endorsing Joe Biden for president. And if you don't believe me, I'll place that on the screen before you and also in the description box below so you're able to see it and read it for yourself. Now, if you don't know who that is, I'll give you a brief rundown so you understand what's going on and somewhere on the same page with each other. Richard Spencer is very well known as a white supremacist, white nationalist, neo-Nazi, whatever you want to call him. A racist white identitarian. That's pretty much what he is. He started online, gained a big following there, took that following he gained online, moved it offline, and did a bunch of in-person events. One of the in-person events was the rally in Charlottesville back in 2017 called Unite the Right. And we all know how that went. Unfortunately for Heather Heyer, may she rest in peace. It's been this whole big thing that the media keep trying to hit Trump on, talking about, oh, you said it was good people on both sides. And I hate hearing that because during that same talk, when the whole good people on both sides happened, Trump said, hey, I condemn the white nationalists, the neo-Nazis, the KKK. I condemn them totally. So Richard Spencer is part of that whole group that he condemned totally. But yet the media keeps saying that Trump said that, oh, some of the Nazis were good people. That's just totally false, but I digress. My whole point is that Richard Spencer is that guy. It's kind of weird how the left keep wanting to hit Trump on that because they had him on CNN many times. Richard Spencer, they had him on CNN many times on different shows. I'm like, okay, he's this big, bad, scary, white supremacist, white nationalist, yet you're giving him a platform on CNN many times. I mean, it's crazy. Maybe they're trying to just dunk on Trump by having this guy that they think represents him on TV a bunch. But really all they're doing is giving him a platform. What are you doing? I don't know, but I digress. My whole point is that he is like the face of white supremacy for many, especially in the news media. Now he supports Joe Biden. So how is Joe Biden going to square that? Are they going to ask him about Richard Spencer like they're doing with Donald Trump? With his whole good people on both sides thing, and also David Duke, remember that? Right when Trump was running in 2015-16, it was every press conference. David Duke, what do you feel about him? Do you disavow? Do you disavow? And he did so over and over again. As a matter of fact, Trump disavowed David Duke before he even ran, like 25 years ago on TV. So he denounced him then. He denounced him multiple times now. But the media still say Trump's a racist, Trump's a white supremacist, he enables white supremacists, he emboldens white supremacists. But here you have Richard Spencer endorsing Joe Biden. So what's really going on, okay? And look at Joe Biden's track record and his words that he said before. You know, I don't want to have my kids in the racial jungle. I'm against school integration. I'm pretty sure that Spencer would be the same way, you know, because he's a white identitarian, probably wants a white ethno state, so he's pretty much locked up with Joe Biden on that. The 94 crime bill, like getting black men in jail. Again, Spencer's going to be a big fan of that. It's not like black people, so he's right there with you. You know, disrespecting black folks, you ain't black. All of that right there, I think Spencer would really enjoy. You know, not being kind to black folks, locking them up, all that. He would love that. He loved that. So it just kind of makes sense that they're on the same page. It makes sense. And when you speak to these white liberals and white supremacists, they're really the same. Okay, a far left liberal is the same as a white supremacist. They're both far left. The media and some just, you know, academia people, they'll say that Richard Spencer, David Duke, they're far right. No, they're far left. They're so far right, they're far left, that makes any sense. I see the whole political thing as a circle. All right. This is a circle right here. You could be at the bottom of the circle. That's like regular normie, centrist, not really one way or the other. You could be at the very top of the circle. That's when you get in between far left and far right. It's not much of it. It's like the same thing. When you want all these extreme ideas, you got to have big government to be able to implement it. It's all the same. And once you get to that far point, ain't no more gun control, ain't no more government, ain't no more nothing. You want to pretty much do whatever you want to do. That your BLM and Antifa are the same as the white supremacists and whatnot. That's why they be at an event together. You can't tell them apart. I can't tell Antifa from KKK. It's the same. It's no difference. Okay, but moving right along, when you talk to these people on the far left, they are the same as your general white liberal on the far left. It's all the same. A regular normie far leftist liberal that's not self-identifying as a white nationalist or whatever, they'll say that black people have a really hard time in school. They can't do this, they can't do that. So we got to do X, Y, and Z for them and all this and that. The white supremacists feel the same way, but they're just like, look, we're not going to do anything for them. We're just going to just do whatever we want to do and exclude them. Okay? They're both believing in abortion. They both believing in all these things that would negatively impact non-white people. They both live in mostly white areas, or they want to be in a mostly white area. So they're not really that much different. So it's not surprising that Richard Spencer would endorse Joe Biden. Donald Trump is not like a Joe Biden. Donald Trump is a guy that wants to have everybody involved, wants a big tent. If you don't want a big tent, if you don't want everybody involved, be on the left. Because the left is kind of peculiar, but at the same time not. And I'll explain. The left will have a big tent as far as your physical appearance and how you look. But as far as your behavior, things that you're into, they want everybody to pretty much be the same, except for gay and straight. And they want to try to blur those lines too. Okay, they want to have your little kids be 5 years old learning about homosexuality, transgenderism, or whatever, and have them kind of be gender fluid, doing whatever they want to do. Asking you about your child's gender behind your back. You don't even know what's going on. They want to do that to your child. But on the right, we appreciate the different kinds of people. We're not trying to like put you into a box. As long as you got the same viewpoints that we have politically, then you could do whatever. It's fine. We're not going to be so exclusive. We are more inclusive than they are. And he doesn't like that, Richard Spencer, that is, so he goes to the left. So it makes sense. This won't be the first time white supremacists and whatnot would endorse Democrats. In 1924, DNC was called the Klan bait. It was so many Klansmen there. And look at what's happening right now. It's the same thing. Back in the 20s, they had on the white robes and hoods and the burning crosses. Now you got Antifa out there burning up churches, burning up black-owned businesses, houses and whatnot, intimidating people, shooting people. What's the difference? It's the same thing. So the party of Antifa, the party of Black Lives Matter, is the same as the party of the KKK and the far leftist, regular normie liberal, and the far leftist, radical extremist white supremacists. It's all the same thing. So Richard Spencer is the same. But all I want to do is see the media ask Joe Biden about Richard Spencer. I don't want to hear from your press secretary. I don't want to hear from nobody in your camp that say, oh, we disavow. I don't want to hear their point of view. I want to hear it from you, Joe Biden. I want you to go on TV, do an interview, and have to bring out the graphic, Richard Spencer, and say, hey, do you appreciate that? Do you disavow that? And ask them that over and over again if we're going to be fair. Now, if they don't do that, if they give them a pass and don't even mention it, then you are starting to further understand what's going on right now with the bias that is inherent in the liberal, lamestream, old school, washed out, left out media. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think Richard Spencer is for real about his endorsement of Joe Biden? Is he serious? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or is he trolling? Is he not serious? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. I'm not sure why he wouldn't be serious. His viewpoints as a white supremacist are pretty much in line with the left, especially right now. Okay, they're using violence to intimidate people. If you're a black person doesn't really want to do right, you don't want to act right, they'll beat you up, they'll kill you, they'll shoot you, they'll stab you. That's going on right now. So in my opinion, the Antifa people are better at being white supremacists than Richard Spencer is. That's just being all the way real. I mean, I'm seeing these guys out in Antifa actually killing people, stabbing them, shooting them, and everything else. And they got the same types of ideas as Spencer does. It's just formulated differently in their mind. But once you zoom out and look at it from the outside looking in, it's the same. It's just small differences. Once they get together, they'll be the same. Richard Spencer is pretty much already right there, which is why he supports Joe Biden. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.